Bonjour. Are we back? Are we back? Are we live? Put a 1 in the chat if we're live. I'm here. Mhm. Mhm, 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 mhm. Are we live and on location? 111. Delicioso. We have 6 minutes until we'll be back. I'm here, Bubbly. Can you not see me? Can you not see me, Bubbly? Are we going 10? 2 seconds. Sorry, I have to get all this stuff together. I was just trying to get it done quick. I look terrible right now, so oh well, I'm just so used to having my camera on. It'll be okay. I was like, "Wait, I'm a pearl." Of course you are. You're not showing yet? Well, I wasn't, Lori, earlier because I was outside pressure washing. And I'm not looking too good right now. Face is a little blotched. Um yeah, I just wanted to redo that because that is looking terrible. Yes, it is. Leslie, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you for gifting a pearl necklace. That's very generous of you, darling. Thank you. Yeah, well, I mean, I just kind of wonder if like the people know that like there's pictures out there of her with kids. She married like a much younger guy, the pressure washing goddess. How you doing? Yes. Um, you know what I do actually? Of the spring, I take all my big ass area rugs outside and I put them on like the cement and then I pressure wash them. I pressure wash the hell out of them and put, soap and stuff like that. And I get a brush and I scrub it really good. And then I pressure wash it again. And then I take my carpet shampooer outside and I shampoo it outside. And it's amazing. You will never get it that clean unless you take it outside. Yeah. Okay. The more you know. Useless information. It feels great to do that to a garb. Yeah. Mhm. It does. I just watched videos of people doing that. Really? Um, it's nice. If that is you looking terrible, I need plastic. No, Jen. No, baby. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. It's very satisfying. Yeah. How long does it take to dry? Not long. Not long. After you after you put the carpet shampooer on it, and I've got like a squeegee thing too, and I take the water and push it off as well. But after you put the carpet shampooer on it and it sucks up, if it's sunny outside, it's going to be dry really quick. Really, really quick. Oh, my hair wet this morning. I literally went to work with, oh, Kimbo, bless you, honey. You're a CD like clean like me. Glad I'm not the only one. She could know. Yes. I could probably do an entire channel on cleaning supplies and cleaning gadgets because I love little cleaning gadgets. I'm obsessed with like things that make sense and make life easier cleaning. I really could. Joanne, happy Easter, dear. Good to see you, Miss Joanne. How you doing? Really do appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. Hope your Easter is going well. Okay. All right. So back to the Sebastian Rogers case. Damn. 1 second. I'm looking at something. Okay. All right. Here we go. Moving forward. So, like I said, there is other cases out there where there's not been a cent. There's the X post. Yes. Thank you. I'm glad somebody knows what I'm doing. All right. I was looking at this. Somebody sent me this. I haven't actually even read it yet, which can be dangerous, but it's from Lauren from Facebook. She wrote, I hate typing this vomit. It's from Jill, but Lauren from Facebook reposted it. When I heard this, I thought maybe he never left his job site or campground. Maybe it wasn't him who helped Katie. Did he send someone else to come and help Katie out at 3:30 in the morning? Did he then see Sebastian Monday when he went and spoke to whomever helped Katie before he arrived at home at Stafford at 1300 hours? Is that when they planned the 17 or 20, anywhere from 17 to 24-hour trip to do whatever, you know what? I can't even say it. Read that. And to retrieve the camper. If a person is making threats, not to mention they have a fine history of making threats, in my opinion, they are no doubt 100% someone involved. There is no doubt in my mind that this is just more than just KK and Edgar involved, and even more with knowledge. Unfortunately, these people uh, have money. Maybe not all of the ones with knowledge, but the ones involved have money. They also know that's a safe return, that a safe return isn't happening. Chris is very confident Sebastian won't be found. I'm willing to bet there's a server history somewhere that they've been on, which will show searches of something related. It's hard to read some of this. Again, this is not me, I'm just reading it. If it's true that Sebastian got in trouble for something searched on a computer at a poker game. Okay. Like I said, I haven't read this before, but I will say I don't believe the poker game. I don't believe it. You guys know I've kind of always had trouble with it, but I am fully willing to tell you that I don't believe the poker at all, because I have not been able to see any proof of that. I have never heard anyone else speak of it, and it came from one person. And that one person is the same person that told me that Seth was not seen at his job for 2 hours. And I knew that that was BS. Knew it. Justin, she just shared my message where Edgar said he saw Sebastian early February until he came home the 26th. It's right under her message. Okay, Bliss, thank you. All right. Did he really get into trouble, or is the story that was told because of a slip up, a browser history cover up? All of this is, in my opinion only, nothing above being stated as fact, or is it allegations? It's all theoretical, and my thoughts and opinions. Okay, here we go.
Why? Or I can't remember the
No, I
exact
said I
verbiage.
couldn't tell you the exact date, and
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still not
Okay.
going to tell you the exact date.
If I guessed it, would you tell me?
Once again, ma'am, I'm sorry, but that is
I'm
one
teasing.
thing that law enforcement asked not to be released.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I said that in an interview a long time ago. Law enforcement does not want that information out there. I am not releasing it. It's just know the last time I saw Sebastian was early February. Until I came home February 26th. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. I understand.
Now, this green hoodie guy,
Why? Or I can't remember the
No, I
exact
said I
verbiage.
couldn't tell you the exact date, and
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still not going
Okay.
to tell you the exact date.
If I guessed it, would you tell me?
Once again, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Remember, he loves the excuse. Law enforcement, hey Betty, law enforcement does not want me to tell exact dates about when you were home. I mean, for heaven's sakes, if you support them, you support them. But let's be honest about this for a second. If Edgar is not involved at all, like he claims, why can't you say when you were home 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, or any time during the month? You can only say you were home between the 2nd and the morning he went missing. Ask him that without him saying law enforcement doesn't want me to say that. There is no reason law enforcement would have you say that, number one, especially if you're not involved, number one. And number two, I've shown you the email that Mr. Carter has sent that says we cannot tell anyone what they can say or can't say. We don't advise anybody. So why is he saying that? That's the question. Why is Edgar saying law enforcement don't want me to say this or tell you these dates, and it's only Edgar's dates? Notice that. It's only Edgar. Not anybody else. Edgar. Not involved, 3.5 hours away. Can't show you any, anything I did or said or anything like that. Why? Veronica, thank you so much, my darling angel. I agree, Lord. I'm so glad you can't see all of us at home. LOL, here everywhere. Listen, Veronica, you guys are at home. That's what y'all supposed to be, just sitting on the couch or out on the deck or in your bed or whatever. So I appreciate ya being here. Thank you, darling. And Kat, thank you so much as well, my love. Hippity hoppity, Dustin and Pearl. I had tacos for Easter dinner. How you doing, Kat? Yes. Happy Easter to you, my dear. Nothing wrong with some tacos on Easter, honey. Nothing wrong with that. Law enforcement would not jeopardize a case by dispensing advice. The defense would have it dismissed in a nanosecond. Absolutely, Gypsy. Absolutely. And it's laughable that either people believe that or they simply don't care. Right? I mean, it's got to be one or the other. And I can tell you something. If Seth Rogers wouldn't tell me something about the day Sebastian went missing, where he was, like, if I didn't know where Seth Rogers was the day he went missing, I tell you what, I would not believe anybody if I didn't know where they were. And that's what so many have asked for the last 14 months. I've said it a million times. We know where KK was. We know where Sebastian was all day. Seth, we know where they were the night. There's one person we don't know where they were Saturday, Sunday, early morning hours of Monday. Because you say something doesn't make it so, right? Tugs, thank you so much, my dear. 5 months coming in clutch. Oh, God. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate that, Tugs. And Bliss, 7 months from Edgar. This is where he said he saw Sebastian on the 26th too, in his own words. Yes. Yes. He says, I didn't see him till the morning Sebastian went missing.
The exact date.
If I guessed it, would you tell me?
Once again, ma'am, I'm sorry, but that is one
I'm teasing.
thing that law enforcement asked not to be released.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I said that in an interview a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Law enforcement does not want that information out there. I am not releasing it. It's just know the last time I saw Sebastian was early February.
Okay.
Until I came home February 26th. That's all I can tell you.
He doesn't specify when February 26th. Anytime after midnight is February 26th. And you know, Edgar is the one who says semantics, isn't he? Semantics, this is his word. Semantics is big in this case. Notice how he says this big case or this case on the recording that I did the other day, that I showed the other day. This case. Most people don't think of their missing child as a case. They just don't. They think of their child as a missing child. A case, interesting words, in my opinion. Just me, though. Think about this. Are you wondering why Nick B has been really quiet lately? I wonder who told him that, in my opinion. What do you mean, Mary? Nick Barris? I don't understand what you mean, darling. I apologize. Just like not far from here, not far from where I am right now, there's a 2-year-old that died. Found it in bed, dead. Something funny going on there. I'm watching closely. Oh my God, Sheila, that's horrible. He hasn't put out a video or said anything lately. Yeah. D. White, yes, that is so well said. If you think you are smarter than everyone else, then you are unteachable, which means unable to be taught, which means you can't tell them anything. And you're right. Some people feel that they know it all, that everything that they say is correct, that they're not willing to grow and change their argument, and that their word is supreme. And that's very, very well said. Very well said. Just from my comments I read on the baby people commenting, someone said it had 103 temperature and was overdosed on Tylenol. I don't know if, oh my God, please let me know, Sheila. Embedded confession. I strongly suspect the Foot Sox threatened to sue Nick Ferris News Channel. I mean, for what though? Lakeside. You know what I mean? He's the one that's he didn't call him. Nobody's calling them unalivers. I was just thinking that I feel bad when I say this case. But Gypsy, it is, a case. But a family member doesn't think of a loved one like that. You know what I mean? What is the date and time are they going to be on? Oh, do you mean the America's Most Wanted? Justin, didn't KP say story? Yes. Yep. Yep. Said story as well. Sure did. Sure did. Okay. What is
Okay.
this
I
about?
understand.
1 second. This still does not set well with me. Elevated Truth live that was 4+ hours long. CP. Hold on 1 second. uh 4+ hour long. CP says when he saw Sebastian last, CP said it was, quote, early February until he came home February 26th. Now, again, he says it there. He says it there because remember, he never seen Sebastian, right, on February 26th. How can he didn't see Sebastian on February 6th? Just noticed the last time I saw Sebastian was early February until the morning or what was it? The 20s until until I came home early February 26th. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So there's that. Oh, Lauren shared something from mine. What's this?
Right.
No, nothing until she went to wake him up.
And that was about 6 a.m.
So, Penny, tell her what you just said so that way, for the record, make it quick.
Oh, but that's how she started.
No. She said that what I told you about hearing the noise her saying go to bed, and he said yes, ma'am. Apparently that's wrong. So correct.
Now, do you hear how Edgar is speaking to her right now? Just rewind that just a little bit.
What I told you about hearing the noise, her saying go to bed, and he said yes, ma'am. Apparently that's wrong. So correct.
Okay. I was going to say something. What was it? Okay, Sheila. I believe CP says and does a lot of things just to cause confusion. He gets off on that thing. This is the thing, though. If one of the parents, one second. Holy hell. Hold on. This is interesting. This is interesting. What did I do? Listen to this, guys. Listen to this. I'm going to get it so you can hear it better. I don't know exactly what part it was. I mean, I got it here, but we just heard it. But this is so interesting, in my opinion. Just bear with me 1 second. Damn. 1 second, guys. Sorry. All right. I just need to download this real quick because I wasn't planning on playing this, but it'll be worth it. Let me see what part of that was. Okay, let me see if y'all can hear it from here. Just wait.
Right.
No, nothing until she went to wake him up.
And that was about 6 a.m.
So, Eddie, tell her what you just said, so that way, for the record, make it clear.
Oh, but that's how she started.
No. She said that what I told you about hearing the noise.
She said that what I told you
Her saying go to bed.
about hearing that noise. Her saying go to bed.
Yes, ma'am. Apparently that's wrong. No. She said that what I told you about hearing the noise. Her saying go to bed.
Edgar, if you weren't there, how could you hear a noise? How could you hear a noise when I told you about hearing the noise? Her saying, go to bed. I told you. How can he be so sure if he wasn't there? Correct, Lolo. Correct. And he said he told her about the noise. That's what I'm saying. He might be Mohawk, but
Yes, ma'am. Apparently that's wrong. So correct.
let me play it on the louder one. I don't know. Let me play it on the louder one. That's what I'll do. It'll be louder this way, so I can hear it better. All right. Let's see here. He will not even say if he was on speakerphone. Nope, sure won't. Sure won't. Generally, people have no problem with answering, something, right? Hold on. Oh, wait. Shot. Tire screen. There we go. Okay. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Where he's at and what he knows.
Did you just hear him? Where he's at? You can't hear it? Well, damn. Okay. Hold on. I'll do it like this then. Okay. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Okay. Here. It'll work this way now.
Out to be right.
I'm not
I've
asking you to tell me what's right. I'm asking you to tell me what you actually know.
about
Your
the
client should
situation.
have set you down and should have told you from start to finish where he's at and what he knows, right?
Where he's at and what he knows.
No.
Did you just hear him right there? He says where he's at and what he knows. And then she just repeats it. Where he's at and what he knows. And he says, no. You just said that. And she repeated it back. And you're like, no.
He should have set you down and told you every single thing from day one to where we are at now.
Well, I mean, I've gotten most of my information.
You know what? He expects Seth to give her everything. Absolutely everything. Seth wasn't there. He was working. And the PI needs information as well from where Sebastian went missing. He's digging for information. He makes it very clear, in my opinion, at the very beginning of this video and at the end of this video.
From I know that I know about y'all going to BJ's. I know about y'all going to Strike and Spare, and I know y'all picked up Melissa's daughter.
And say, well, hold on. See, this is where your information's wrong.
Okay.
I did not
Okay.
pick up Melissa's daughter.
First, let me correct.
I thought that was on an interview. Didn't y'all say?
No, hold on. Let's change.
Ma'am.
I need you to change your words.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
that's why we're
y'all-
talking, so we can clear things, figure
Right.
things out.
Once again, y'all didn't do shit.
Chris was in Memphis.
Oh, Chris was in Memphis, right? Okay, so
So
sorry.
don't say y'all. Thank you.
Okay, my bad.
So
So
Katie and Sebastian went to BJ's.
right.
Prior to going to BJ's?
After picking up our niece,
I said prior to going to BJ's,
which was not Melissa's.
they went and picked up a niece. That name is not going to be disclosed because it has no
Has been through.
business. And I promise you, you don't want to go to that house.
That child is going through enough with this mess. But no, it was not Melissa's daughter that I picked up.
Okay.
What you do need to know is,
BJ's.
all you need to know is that two sisters, Katie, Sebastian, and children went to BJ's. That is on a video footage.
Yeah.
I have seen that. Law
Yeah.
enforcement can confirm that.
'Cause
Right.
she needs
But
to be picked up.
names
and I
don't need to be extracted, don't need to be out. in
Yeah, I
front
mean,
publicly.
minors' names don't need to be thrown out anyway.
Okay, let me just see
no, I'm-
here
Doesn't need
one
any more
second.
harassment.
Sisters, Melissa and Cassie, were there. That's on video footage.
Yeah.
That has all been vetted. That has been proven. Proof of life, all that bullshit. Everything
Right,
that's stated
yeah.
from word to beginning has been told.
It's
Yeah.
not there at all.
Now,
Again, you're going to notice how there's a lot more confidence while they are talking about the sisters and the BJ's and the restaurant, the bowling alley, all of that. Whenever the time comes to when Sebastian and KK get back home, they start with one word answers. And as you know, Edgar is a man of he's not a man of few words. Not a man of few words. He's talking 90 miles an hour here, which has always been perplexing to many of us because why are you telling a story, an account rather, if you weren't there? He said, "You do not want to go to that house." Whose house is he referring to? I think his sisters, in my opinion. Yeah, no accent here. No accent here. Not at all. I think the sisters were already at BJ's and Katie was going. She stopped and picked up her niece, who must not have gone with her mom. What I don't understand about this is when the hell did the sister or the niece ride with KK in the afternoon when she says, when we left BJ's, it was just me and Sebastian? And Dara states they were at my house in the afternoon for just a little bit, a few minutes. Didn't the neighbor see the niece? I don't recall. Hey, Smiley. Canadian cookie. Yeah, it's a tragedy, not a mess. Yeah. Could Dara have gotten it wrong? I don't think so. I don't think so because, there's a big time difference between 10 o'clock a.m. and 3 p.m. I don't think you can get it wrong like that. It's a little low here for a couple seconds, but then it'll get louder. And again, just a
they
second.
go to BJ's. They leave BJ's.
Sebastian and I leave BJ's. Your
Did you hear
sisters went
that?
their own way. Sebastian and I leave BJ's. Your sisters went their own way. I don't know what they did today.
They left BJ's. I did not insinuate a name. I didn't say who.
And it was just me and Bubba that left together.
So you and Sebastian leave BJ's.
Okay, so can because I don't have actual times. Can I get a timeline on that?
I don't remember the exact.
I'll give you an on or about time. I can't give you an exact time.
So
I used my Live 360 to give exact timestamps to the law enforcement.
It was before noon.
gotcha. Okay. Before noon at BJ's.
Before noon at BJ's. Edgar says, I'll give you an about time. Again, how is Seth supposed to be giving all of this information? He couldn't give all that information. He wasn't there. Sounds like they're trying to get their story straight. Well, remember, Moss, Edgar told Seth, we got to get the story straight. Says like, I don't know what the you're talking about. Chris always tries to control the narrative. That's yes, of course, Castle. When he doesn't get that, he starts getting ugly. Yeah, who picked up who and dropped off who? Something's not right there. A lot of family secrets, they all know, in my opinion, it's so obvious if you can use your brain and common sense. D. Marie. It absolutely is. So is, yes. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Law enforcement has the literal, like, to the second.
We have been told we are not to give out exact times. And that
Gotcha.
came directly from law enforcement. We're not breaking that.
But they literally used my 360.
So manipulative. So manipulative. Such a gaslighter. Law enforcement has told us not to give out exact time frames, and I'm not breaking that. Why? Why? It has nothing to do with Sebastian going missing. How does going to BJ's and bowling and everything else, do you think we would have gotten that video at the Texas Roadhouse from them if it had anything to do with the case? The only thing that could have something to do with the case is when it was leaked, the 3 a.m. video. And that's, remember Nick Bear saying, them asking, how did you get that? Where did you get that?
And like
They got the
knew
timestamps.
That route I took.
Yes.
They knew how fast I went.
Yep.
They knew if I did any stops, which I didn't. They know, like, they literally know every detail because we have upgraded 360. So they literally, and I have a thing in my car with a camera.
Yeah, the
Enjoy,
dash cam.
Tori.
It's not a dash cam.
Oh,
See, that's
okay.
where everybody's wrong.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell people what it is, but all they need to know is in this vehicle, there was something that recorded a video and audio.
There was something that recorded a video and audio. Now, I wonder, I've always wondered, did this device, hey, Mr. and Mrs. E, good to see you. Hope you guys are well. I've always wondered, what kind of device is this? And if Sorry, guys. What was I saying? Let me see here.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell people what it is, but all they need to know is in this vehicle, there was something that recorded a video and audio.
But law enforcement had multiple sources to confirm every move I made that day with Bubba,
Okay.
up to and including voice and video.
Voice and video.
We went home after BJ's for a little while.
And
We
Listen
went
to
home
that.
after BJ's for a little while.
After BJ's, they came home, quote, for a little while. They came home for a little while. Holly S., thank you so much, my dear. When she says this mess, red flags. Yep. Yep. Also, she talks about proof of life, right? Now, I know Seth asked for proof of life as well, but, you know, she should proof of life, a mother.
and unloaded the groceries.
Yeah, we didn't get a whole lot, but yeah.
Do you hear that? Yeah. We came home for a little while. Define little while. Yes. And she said to unload groceries. And she said, yeah, we didn't get a whole lot. Just a few things. I heard allegedly it was socks and a couple food items. In my opinion, remember, law enforcement is looking for something Sunday afternoon. They're looking for someone, in my opinion, Sunday afternoon. He's got school in the morning. Thought they got snacks. I mean, I said a couple food items, but KK says snacks because, he's 15. Snacks.
And after they were at the house, they wound up eventually leaving there, and they go to strike and spare.
Hold on, what?
The house, they wound up eventually leaving there.
And after from being at the house, they leave from there and they go to strike and spare. It's just amazing to me how he says what is happening that day, but he's 3.5 hours away. Nobody should, when you're talking to a PI or law enforcement or anything, you want the words to come from the person who lived it. He narrates the whole day. Yes. Yes. Ass high up in a crane.
And they go to strike and spare.
Because we were gonna go bowling.
Because the plan was to go bowling, but because there was a bowling tournament going on,
Yeah.
they didn't get to bowl. They had to play video games.
There was too long of a wait list, and it was a school night, so I promised to take him bowling another day, and instead we played video
But the school night, it was Sunday night, weekend night going into the school.
Sunday.
No, it is not. It's considered a weekend. Don't take away.
He had to go to bed to get up.
He said, KK says Sunday, it's a school night, and I wanted, he had to be in. Wait a second.
For school the
weekend night going into.
There was too long of a wait list, and it was a school night, so I promised to take him bowling another day, and instead we played video.
But the school night, it was Sunday night, weekend.
You said it was and I agree with her on that. I believe Sunday night is a school night, maybe not the day, but you got to be ready at the night. But she says, I promised to take him another day because it was a school night. Okay. What does you being there at 3, 4, 5 o'clock? I mean, I understand you didn't wanna perhaps wait because they were doing leagues and stuff, but, I mean, you didn't wanna be out late? You didn't wanna be out late? But you let him stay up later that night. Your words, right? Why did you let him stay up later on Sunday? 7:30, 8 o'clock is when he normally goes to bed. All 3 of you, I think Sebastian allegedly took his medicine at 7:30, anywhere from 7:30 to 8 o'clock every night, allegedly. Even though they don't say it happened the night he went missing. Yes, and he says, "Don't add, don't take away," but listen to what KK says, Mr. and Mrs. E, on this.
Not going into the school. We don't. No, it is not. It's considered a weekend. Don't add, don't take away.
He had to go to bed to get up for school the next day.
Okay, that's still not school though.
Semantics.
Semantics is a large play in this deal.
It means a night that you have to go to bed to get up for school.
Semantics is a large play in this. Semantics is never, should never be anything when it comes to a missing child, much less the mother and the stepfather of a missing child. But what did she say there? I want to hear that again, what she mumbles there.
Semantics is a large play in this deal.
It means a night that you have to go to bed to get up for school.
He had to go to bed to get up for school. Again, she says she allowed him to stay up an extra hour. And not only that, even at 9 o'clock when she says he's going to bed. In one of the stories, she says 10 o'clock, I heard him in there messing around. And I said, one was, did you fall out of the bed? He said, no, ma'am. And the other one was, I don't care what you're doing in there, but knock it off and go to sleep. See, if you're so concerned about him going to bed early, if you heard him in there at 10 o'clock, after allowing him to stay up an extra hour to hour and a half already, and we're at 10 o'clock p.m., then that is over 2 hours, 2.5 hours by some, from 7:30 to 10. So why aren't you so concerned about him going to bed? You are going to go in there and say, hold on. Right. So if you let him stay, if he goes to bed at 8 o'clock normally, 9 o'clock you let him stay up till 9 o'clock. He says he's going to bed, but 10 o'clock, maybe even later, you say in this interview, he's still up because you audibly say something to him and he responds to you. You're going to go in there because bedtime is something that's very important, right? You don't get enough sleep, you're going to be cranky the next morning. You're not going to want to get up. They have I'm a very strict parent, Edgar says. I'm a very strict parent, he says. Hey, Jude, happy Easter pearls. Thank you so much, my dear. Only Edgar would argue about watch the school night. Yep, Holly, exactly. Ginger Snap, thank you so much, Justin. Don't most bowling alleys have league practice on a day other than Sunday? I don't know, to be quite honest with you. Hey, Tracy, with another response has also changed over the last year. Did he say no, ma'am, to falling out of the bed or something else? Correct. Correct, Tracy. Good to see you, by the way.
And understand something, you can say that. If she puts some shit out there like that, everybody's going to think, oh, well, it was a school night. So was it Sunday?
Sunday night.
But I'm telling you how these dumbasses think.
Mm.
I'm explaining to you. It's all it fucking takes.
All right. So after BJ's went home to unload groceries.
This is how he talks to his wife while on the phone with a person. Can't imagine anywhere.
Then went to Strike
behind
and
closed
Spare.
doors.
We played in the arcade for a while
All that's
because
been vetted by video.
yeah.
Remember, it's always about him. It's always we've all been vetted. We've all been cleared. That's been vetted. Well, okay. People's really concerned about the nighttime and the early morning hours.
They watched our every move the whole time we were there.
Nobody spoke to Sebastian as far as any adult. They can't see anywhere in the videos that they were followed. So if that is something that you're going to speculate on,
Bingo,
that
Steph.
has been eliminated.
Yeah, I did talk to them about that, and they said that the cameras were shit. That they weren't really able to see a whole lot.
Seth, has law enforcement ever told you to not give any times out? If they have audio and video in her car Sunday, why did Ellie ask for any footage prior to Sunday evening? Good. That's a yes. Think about that, y'all. Think about that. If they have audio and video in her car Sunday evening, this just shows you right there that they are looking for someone else. KK driving around all day with Sebastian. They know where they are all day long. Why did LE ask for any footage for Sunday evening? And even Saturday, but especially Sunday evening. That shows you it's not to do with KK or Sebastian. It only has to do with they are looking for someone else in the neighborhood area. Anyone here wondering why he's been married 5 times? Sheesh. Smiley, what? She smacked him in the head. What did Smiley say? Katie, why did you smack Sebastian in the back of the head? KK, soon, very soon. Damn.
Out of anything at the
That's not
strike
sure.
and spare.
Okay. Strike and spare's kind of getting up there in age.
But they
Yeah.
went all the way back to BJ's, all at Fun Jazz.
But we went straight from strike and spare to
Texas Roadhouse.
And they confirmed again the video there. They even showed Seth a clip of it after his little "I haven't seen proof of life" comment, even though he had.
Yeah.
Which did he tell you about that?
About
Notice, I'm going to back on that just a few seconds. Notice how KK was about to say something and Edgar instantly jumps in. It's almost like they were getting ready to say 2 different things. Why do you have to interrupt her? CP planned the whole day for them, in my opinion. Maybe SL. I know something isn't right, in my opinion. So she is saying strike and spare is outdated. Yes. Listen to this.
what?
No. They even showed Seth a clip of it after his little they confirmed.
Hold on.
BJ's, all at Fun Jazz.
But we went straight from strike
Here.
and spare to
Texas Roadhouse.
You hear that? They were saying 2 different things. They weren't saying Texas Roadhouse. Well, that's what Edgar said. How do you know? Yes, Ginger. Life 360 has an add-on audio video which you can pause location and show that as current location. Why isn't stepfather not trusting Katie to tell the story? Makes me wonder. It should. It should. In crime, people who have nothing to hide nothing. Right? She's a grown woman. She's a mother, and mothers don't need help saying where they were, how they are feeling, and what happened. Thank you so much, Ginger. Really do appreciate you. Justin, in my opinion, there was a camera in her car for Edgar to keep tabs on her. I agree. I think they were constantly in each other's business. Also, think about this. You have audio and a camera in your car, but you don't have it in your house, and you install these surveillance systems, these cameras. Oh, well, that's right. Edgar and KK won't actually answer the question if they have cameras in their home. That's another thing that they have yet to answer. You have an autistic son with a chromosome deletion. He goes home, and he's home a couple hours before KK gets home. You don't have cameras to check on him? that he's home and that he's doing his homework and that he's doing Edgar's chores. Well, isn't that interesting? I don't believe that, in my opinion. She's an installation tech, Meep. Could have been what they are looking for in the landfill. Absolutely, Gam. Absolutely. Absolutely. My hub works for communication and electronics tech, and we had everything we need to be safe. Yeah. Yeah. As controlling, in my opinion, as especially Edgar is, and I absolutely think there was cameras in that home. I want to know if they're still paying for Sebastian's phone bill. Is it still active? Interesting. I never thought about that. Never thought about that. That's interesting.
And they confirmed again the video there. They even showed Seth a clip of it after his little "I haven't seen proof of life" comment, even though he had.
Yeah.
Which did he tell you about that?
About what?
That his little comment, he hadn't seen proof of life since Friday or
Insinuating
or
that
Thursday or Friday when I last saw or heard from my son.
Yeah, I'd heard about that comment. I mean, he hasn't said it to me, but I had heard about the comment.
But
See, this is amazing to me about them talking about Seth. I'm going to tell you one thing. God forbid your kid ever goes missing. At someone else has your kid for whatever reason, whether it's auntie has them, uncle, teacher, field trip, whatever. You're going to want to know the last proof of life. Absolutely. You are absolutely going to want to know. Every time. And as much as you can find.
this is where, like, truth be told, this is where everything needs to come out.
he already knew that there was proof of life.
He knew there was proof of life prior to that. He started some shit. It caused a fucking stir. It caused a meeting. They showed him a video. Texas Roadhouse. They showed.
He caused a meeting. Hear ye, mother chickens. You damn right I would be causing a meeting. Absolutely. I would definitely be calling a meeting. Step right up. TBI, FBI, local law enforcement, Secret Service. All of it. All of it.
When they walked out of Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
He has seen a video of Sebastian at the fucking house Sunday night taking the fucking trash out.
He heard audio from inside my car.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Okay, so you guys
Hold on.
got.
Do you see the
Listen to that.
night?
Listen to that.
He has seen a video of Sebastian at the fucking house Sunday night taking the fucking trash out.
He heard audio from inside my car.
Yeah. So okay, so you guys got.
Do you see the frustration where we have?
No, I don't see the frustration. Because you both have or should have a common interest in Sebastian. And both of you having a common interest, being i.e. your son, you would understand why he wants to see the last proof of life. It's called being a parent. You understand our frustration? No, not with
yeah.
that.
I do. But it's nice to have like a conversation with you instead of having to get everything.
Yes, Angela.
Everywhere else. Definitely.
And we went home straight from Texas Roadhouse. And we were home for approximately 15 minutes before he took the trash out. And he is on.
You hear that? You hear that? 15 minutes after they got home, Sebastian took the trash out, according to KK. Rumor has it Edgar stopped KK from speaking to LE the afternoon when he returned on the 26th. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
Video, and the FBI was able to clear it up and confirm that it's him.
She says the FBI was able to clear up the video of him taking out the trash can. That's interesting. Never heard that before. Seth, if you're watching and you want to comment, if I recall correctly, I think you said that it was rather blurry, that video. Now, if FBI was able to clear that up, then and that camera was able to pick that up, because remember, across the street, when the lights come on in Sebastian's home, it kicks on. Across the street, the camera kicks on. If it'll kick on for a light shining from a window, and even Edgar has agreed with this, that if someone was walking up to the door, they would have been seen on camera. His words. Again, his words. Someone coming out of that door, it would have been picked up too.
Even though you can tell it's him from a mile away because of how he runs, it's just, you can tell from his mannerisms. The second you look at it, it's him running, but still.
Okay. So he took the trash about 15 minutes. And that was about what time was that?
Don't know exactly off the top of our head.
Hear that. Listen to that.
Trash about 15 minutes. And that was about what time was that?
Listen to how it starts.
Don't know exactly off the top of our head.
All right. So what time did they get home? It was about 7 o'clock. Now you're going to start getting the short answers. Don't know. 3 hours. Not sure. It was what, 7 o'clock? He sounds inconvenienced. Yeah. Well, usually when you're asking, a PI or anyone is asking, taking interest of their missing child, they're usually sad or anxious, but they don't sound inconvenienced or rude. Yeah, they left at Texas Road at 6:38. So we'll say 7. So he had to be taking out the trash at what, 7:15? 7:15. So between 7:15 and 9 o'clock, right? hour and 45 minutes from the time he took out the trash till the time he went to bed. So did he take a shower? Brush his teeth? Get his clothes ready for the next day? Any homework? Yeah, Lucy Lou, you're right. In that hour and 45 minutes.
Well, I know you told him to go to bed at about 9, right? And how much time was between the trash and going to bed?
Couple hours.
Okay.
Hear that?
Going to bed.
Hold on.
How much time was between the trash and going to bed?
Couple hours.
Okay. Okay, and then you guys were on the phone from about, what, 9 to 12?
Ballpark.
Sure.
See, when it comes to that evening, the whole shebang changes. Sure. 2 hours, maybe, not sure. Whole dynamic changes. Whole demeanor changes. Everything. Giving as little as possible. You would be wanting to give the most information there as you possibly can during those time frames. Because those are the last moments that you see Sebastian, hear Sebastian, speak with Sebastian. Right? But they give hardly anything. I thought KK said before that she always lets him out before the garage because he likes to go through the front door, and if he had to take the trash out, why didn't he do it then? I don't know if she said that, to be honest, Tracy with an I. Oh, absolutely, Kim V. Pleasure and Pearls, Deception Detective talked on his channel how liars will be vague when giving details that could sink them. Yes, because they always need a way to turn it around. If they have to steer left, a sharp left, they want to be able to do that. A sharp right, they want to be able to do that. That is why they are very vague about it. By him saying sure, he's avoiding conflicting his story, being sarcastic, don't add or take away. We go out the front door, then all the what around the house to the side to get to the bins and then take out the curb. I rely on that ginger because it's inconsistent. So CP was in the phone with KP what time? From 9:42 or 9:46 until quote midnight or just before midnight end quote. Yes, Robin, thank you so much. Please hit that thumbs up, guys. Would greatly appreciate it. The question is, KP CP is booking book going to be like, what not to do when you commit a crime. Right, Rachel. All right, guys, let's get it back.
Was that FaceTime or just a phone conversation?
It doesn't matter. We were on the phone.
Okay.
Those details don't have.
Doesn't even want to say how they spoke. Won't even say if they spoke on the phone receiver. Won't say if they video chatted, messenger, whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't. Well, if it doesn't matter, then answer the damn question. If it doesn't matter, answer the question. It's amazing, isn't it? Still, 14 months later, he wonders why people are like, why can't you say what you were doing Sunday afternoon? Where you was, what you were doing. Why can't you say Sunday evening while you were speaking on the phone with KK? How you were speaking with her. He has to control everything. Yeah. The details do matter because Sebastian was missing and every little detail matters. Absolutely. It absolutely does. And again, if it doesn't matter, I would say, well, I may think it's useless information, but hey, yeah, we were on the phone or we video chatted or we Facebook chatted or whatever. It might be, you might think it's useless information, Edgar, but I'm sure she has a reason for asking. And if you have nothing to hide about that, why not just say it?
Have any bearing in this? It's just
Yeah.
the phone call was made, whether it was a FaceTime, a Zoom call,
The only
whether it was just a
reason-
voice chat.
Yeah, the only reason that I am curious about that is just to
Exactly, Maurice.
whether it was possible that he had heard any of that conversation.
No. Once again, our conversations are not where children can hear them.
Well, I mean, it's not like there was anything said that was like
Would have upset him.
bad. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like we were arguing or anything. I mean, we spend time on the phone daily because we live separately the majority of the time when he's on travel. So we call.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so there's about 9 o'clock. You told him to go to bed.
All right.
You were on the phone.
So the trash is around 7:15. The last time they see, that's the last time he is allegedly seen Sebastian, right? So KK says, I go in there at 6 a.m. Nothing else but a noise between 9 and 12 in this interview. It was 10 o'clock in other interviews. And their phone call. Law enforcement has to account for almost 12 hours. 12 hours. Think about that. That's a lot of time that they have to account for. And all Edgar and KK, at least say publicly, is he took out the trash at 7:15 and he said, I'm going to bed. I heard a thud later. Bubba, did you fall out of the bed? No, ma'am. And then it's, I don't care what you're doing in there, but knock it off and go to sleep. No proof of life for almost 12 hours unless Katie heard a noise, right? Chris never said he heard Sebastian say anything to Katie after the noise. Right? Chris, and this will probably change because I'm saying this now, you'll probably notice this. But after, allegedly she heard a thud, and whenever she told him, knock it off and go to bed, or Bubba, did you fall out of the bed? Edgar does not mention anything of that. Hearing Sebastian. I don't think so either. How long did it take him to take out the trash? Good question. They were on the phone from 9:43 or 9:46 until midnight, just before midnight. So I always say 9:46 to 11:46, 2 hours. So a lot of people's like, she didn't mention a thud or anything until, I think it's maybe Smiley's interview. She said I could hear him in there messing around. She doesn't describe the noise. The first time she describes the noise is on Nancy Grace. However, according to the neighbors, she says as she's walking to the bedroom to go to bed, that is when she allegedly hears Sebastian in his room and says, "It's late, go to bed." And she says, no, I'm sorry. That was, she told the neighbors, she heard a thud and she said, "Sebastian, did you fall out of the bed?" And Sebastian said, "No, Mom, I'm fine. Go to bed." I don't think Sebastian, in my opinion, is going to say, "Go to bed, Mom." Because in my opinion, if he is supposed to be in bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock, normally, it's already 9 o'clock because you let him stay up later. And in this case, when you tell the neighbors you are going to bed, that would have been at midnight or just before midnight. And if you heard Sebastian then at just before midnight, you damn right you're going to go in there. You're not going to just say, "Oh, did you fall out of the bed, Bubba?" You're going in there. They give way too many details regarding their Sunday activities prior to Texas Roadhouse. Even tight-lipped about that. Then nothing except trash drawer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're very talkative about earlier that day because nothing happened earlier that day, right? Well, her bedroom is on the other side of the house and located in the backside of the garage, opposite ends. Correct. Happy Easter, Tony. Good to see you, my
From
friend.
about 9 to 12. It was about 11 p.m. when you heard the noise from his bedroom.
No.
No,
Listen,
that's not right. Hello?
Yeah, we're still here. No, what you said was not right.
Well, can you correct me?
Somewhere between 9 and 12. There was a sound heard, and Mom told him, Sebastian, whatever you're doing in there, knock it off and go to bed. He said, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sebastian, whatever you're doing in there, knock it off and go to bed. Yes, man. He said he was going to bed at 9 o'clock. Already. Yeah, here, Ashley, they say 9 and 12. That's a whole 3 hours. If it's between 9 and 12, that means she could have heard Sebastian said he's going to bed at 9 o'clock. Well, it could have been 9:30. And allegedly by that time, Edgar hadn't even called yet. So it could have been before the phone call. Is that what you're saying now, KK and Edgar? Are you saying that a thud could have happened before the phone call? Because that's pretty interesting if you ask me. You could have been at 9:35, 9:15, 9:25. He's getting a little better, Eileen. I talked to him today a little bit. So they're saying between 9 and 12. Justin, one of my sons is your age. If he was staying at my home for a night and I heard a thud, I'd be in that room in a nanominute. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Same. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. Yes, sir. Edgar is a joke. Mm-hmm.
All right. And then nothing until you went to wake him up, right?
No, nothing until she went to wake him up.
And that was about 6 a.m.
So, and tell her what you just said, so that way, for the record, make it clear.
Oh, but that's how shit gets started.
No, because she said that what I told you about hearing the noise, her saying go to bed, and he said yes, ma'am. Apparently that's wrong. So correct it.
I told him I don't.
Why does he say apparently that's wrong? Why does he get so offended about that? She didn't say it was wrong.
Care what you're doing, knock it off and go to sleep.
Did he answer?
He said, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Once again, right back to what I fucking said.
Okay. Okay.
Again.
Told him, I don't care what you're doing, knock it off and go to sleep.
Did he answer? Apparently that's wrong. So correct it.
I told him, I don't care what you're doing, knock it off and go to sleep.
Did he answer?
He said, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Once again, right back to what I fucking said.
Okay. Okay. Now my dog's going to want to start barking.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Hold on one second.
Exactly. All right.
There was something I was going to ask you. Okay, so I did want to go back to where you had said that you didn't think he ran away and that he ran away. So what do you think?
Neither one of us have an idea.
Yeah.
All we can tell you is like, that's why I asked you what you exactly know of this case, what Seth has told you. Makes it easier for us to fill in the blanks.
Well, she was Seth's PI. She wasn't your PI, Edgar. And Seth fills in what he needs to, and KK fills in the rest. I know, Kathy. You don't need blanks filled in.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because your client has an idea in his head, and that is his narrative, and that's what he is painting.
Oh.
So I just need to know what's being said, and I'll fill you in.
Well, the thing is about Seth that I don't think he's kind of just back and forth about things, you know.
And see, that's where he's stupid and he's wrong.
Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know if he was lured. He doesn't know if something happened in the house. I just have to say that, you know, or and he doesn't know if he ran away. Like he doesn't know.
Well, see here, let me help you something. If something happened in the house, that should never...
Okay, you see, Edgar and KK, they're saying, we don't know what happened to Sebastian. We didn't see it. But the minute Seth asked and says, I don't know what happened. Something could have happened in the house or whatever, you know. Well, that's stupid. He wasn't there. You would question anything and everything if you weren't there with your child and there is no scent. If there was a scent of him walking off, he would have an idea. If there was him on camera, he would have an idea. But there's none of that. And that makes Seth stupid? No, not at all. In fact, it makes him, Ed, stupid for saying that.
Be a statement that comes out of your mouth or his fucking mouth for that matter. Because quite honestly, law enforcement has already vetted all that shit. And there's nothing. There's no reason to insinuate, no reason to make that comment.
Well, I mean, I'm just being transparent with you because
you're being frank, but I'm being extremely frank with you.
Yeah.
If there was something in there that they think had an issue, they would have already have gone down that route.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know anything about what law enforcement is thinking or what they're doing. You know as well as I do, they don't share that with me, and they don't have to, and I don't expect them to.
Exactly.
Sorry, guys, I had to get Pearl. I need to just back this up just a little bit.
Well, I mean, I'm just being transparent with you because
you're being frank, but I'm being extremely frank with you.
Yeah.
If there was something in there that they think had an issue, they would have already have gone down that route.
That is absolutely, well, I mean, this is the thing. They might have started going down that route pretty soon after Sebastian went missing. I'm sure by the time they were in a landfill in another state, they had an idea because they had to have probable cause, right? Now, if you weren't there and your, ex said, no, and your ex said, your child is missing, but there was no scent. There was nothing on camera except a car that shows up and walks through your backyard at 3 o'clock in the morning, and law enforcement says there's no trace of him. That doesn't make anyone stupid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know anything about what law enforcement is thinking or what they're doing. You know as well as I do, they don't share that with me, and they don't have to, and I don't expect them to.
Exactly.
All right. Why wait till Wednesday to call Nina? Good question. Good question. In that interview, I wish Nina would have stayed on the phone longer with him. Edgar is sounding triggered. Yeah. It sounds like he's the one that is inconvenienced that that all this is going on. Well, no. I mean, I understand things are going on, but he stays triggered. Yeah. Pretty much. What is this? 1 second. Hold on. What's 1 second. Knock knock, who's there? A mom who? A mom who says her son. Hold on. Credit goes to our friend Crime Time Buzz. Someone sent this to me. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. Happy Easter, everyone. Appreciate you all being here. If you're not a member yet, please consider becoming a member of the Pearl family. Have a good time on our members
And
only.
had lunch. From what I am understanding out of this clip is that Katie Proudfoot, while at lunch with this lady, made a statement that Sebastian was murdered. We do not have the recording of Katie Proudfoot saying this herself, but if you've been following this case, you know Katie Proudfoot.
Oh, see, I'm not sure I believe that, to be honest with you. I'm not sure I believe that. I don't know I don't think she would say something like that. Joe, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you, darling. In my opinion, KK was with Sebastian when the thud happened. Yep. You guys believe it? I saw this video yesterday. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Let's listen to this person. So the reason this is being discussed is two of the girls, Tammy and Barbecue Lady, I know neither of them, were at a luncheon and they were friends and they allegedly recorded Katie. And this is proof that I'm going to show you. They're saying that Barbecue Lady was recording KP. So proof that audio is there. The girls got into a falling out apparently, and that's why this is being discussed, released, leaked, outed. Let's continue and listen during a lunch that was recorded.
Let's go back.
By Barbecue Lady, who has the audio, and I'm sure we'll release it.
Here we go.
Covering that. We're covering something that was released on a live yesterday.
I'm going to tell you something. If they have that recorded, if they have this recorded and they have KK saying that, that is a bombshell. That is big. I'm playing this. I'm not saying this is my opinion at all. Just want to make that extremely clear.
And this was from someone that met with Katie Proudfoot in person and had lunch with her. From what I am understanding out of this clip is that Katie Proudfoot, while at lunch with this lady, made a statement that Sebastian was murdered. We do not have the recording of Katie Proudfoot saying this herself, but if you've been following this case, you know Katie Proudfoot has not been in the public's eye very much at all. So if this clip is true, does that mean that Katie Proudfoot slipped up?
As soon as Katie said those words of that supposedly is who Seth named as Sebastian's godmother, when I've only met her one time, and that was before he was murdered. Immediately, we heard those words.
You did, not me.
Locked eyes and even asked each other at that moment, did you just hear murder? And I didn't. We're like, she just said that was before he was murdered. That was her words.
And for now, the question remains, where is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers?
And for answers, I believe we need to speak to KP, who was the last person to see her child, whose alibi is she was alone with her child. And then we hear that she's at a luncheon with other content creators, and she makes a statement that she's met Sebastian's godmother once, and that was before Sebastian was M. Dear God.
No, Mohawk, I think they were referring to, they were talking about the godmother, and she said I got to see her one time before he was allegedly. KK said
Let's listen to
allegedly.
this person.
I'm not
the
sure.
reason this is being discussed is two of the girls, Tammy and Barbecue Lady, I know neither of them, were at a luncheon and they were friends and they allegedly recorded Katie. And this is proof.
Listen, this is the thing. I believe that, I mean, anything is possible, but I don't think if KK did not say it, nobody should be making up something like that against her either. You know what I mean? Because I think there's enough to talk about. One is saying, don't they both have a recording? Or does one have a recording? I mean, even if you think someone has more to do with something, you don't make up something about them. That would be really messed up.
That I'm going to show you, they're saying that Barbecue Lady was recording KP. So proof that audio is there. The girls got into a falling out apparently, and that's why this is being discussed, released, leaked, outed. Let's continue and listen.
Exactly, Smiley.
Credit to the White Rabbit on X. Shocking. The world searching and the mother's using the word "emmed."
To Tennessee, and we went. Katie ended up to Tennessee, and we went. Katie ended up coming to our Airbnb, and it was Emily, Nikki, myself, and Barbecue, and Katie, and we had went out. Katie had Ubered to our room. She came into the room and talked to us for a little bit, and then we got in an Uber and went to eat.
It's amazing to me how many little get-togethers KK gets with a lot of these YouTubers and TikTokers.
Well, that was the first day that we were there, and lo and behold, I find a message in my phone that says from Barbecue, "Hey, by the way, I'm recording." And she said, it said, I'm gonna show you the screenshot. By the way, I'm recording. she just messed up on his age or something. And it may not be anything, but I want to be able to go like listen back to it. Now, this was the day before Nikki picked up the phone and saw her recording. So not only was she recording that night.
So it sounds like to me that like they didn't trust her, actually. And what's interesting to me, when it comes to this case is like people who say that they're not, they'll be like they don't like Seth, but they know he didn't do anything. But then they'll be like kissy kissy, huggy huggy to Edgar and KK. But then they'll also be like, now KK's my number one suspect, is what they'll say. And you're like, how's that working? How's that working? I don't think she would refer to him that way personally. I think M has a negative connotation. I don't know. I just think it's weird. It's just weird.
She was recording, I guess, the whole time that
Sorry,
Katie was
Pearl's
with us
eating if I hear crunching.
because Katie ended up going out with us the next day and eating lunch. And then that's when Erin accidentally picked up Barbecue's phone and she was recording Katie. But she was recording Katie. But let me show my, let me just pull up that text here and just kind of show y'all. Is it this one? 5:55. Messed up with herself. The click. It was me, Emily, Barbecue, and Nikki in the.
Maybe KK has no filter at all. Well, I mean, this is the thing. People can slip. They absolutely can, especially when their guard is down and they feel like they're just talking with a family member or something. And it can happen, but to me it would be very shocking. It would be very interesting. Vodka and cranberry juice in the fridge. I am recording, FYI. I also got the part where she just messed up with his age. Might be nothing, but want to re-listen. Interesting. That's a receipt. That's definitely a receipt. So it didn't. Can't wait for the tantrum from CP in the response to this. Where is Remy? Was on my lap just a second ago.
In the chat, and here's where she says, Stephanie Barbecue later, I am recording, FYI.
How did she mess up the age? Does anyone know? Pearl. Sorry, she just knocked the button over. How did she mess up an age? Does anyone know? I don't trust any of that. I think that's why he had a tantrum the other day. He never wanted that out. Oh, yes. I think they were drinking too, allegedly. I remember someone saying that. I know my pearls are they're right over there. But someone was saying that she was drinking the other day whenever this allegedly happened. I was recorded on February 4th, 2025. She is Chantel. I know she is. She probably messed up the age like she did on the interview. Well, yeah, it could have been he would have been he would have been 16. She's losing some of her baby teethers.
I also got that part where she just messed up with his age. Might be nothing, but just wanted to re-listen. So I don't know why she wouldn't have just.
So February 4th is the date of that. We just saw in the text messages the date of that luncheon and the recording allegedly where Katie says, KP, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' mother, the last person to be seen with him, the last person to be known to be with him, the last person who claims to have seen Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers head to bed on Sunday, February 25th, attends a luncheon on February 4th, 2025. So we're looking at 2.5 months and months. And she slips and says, allegedly, I haven't seen his godmothers. I've met her once and haven't seen her since before Sebastian was end.
Well,
Proof? Knowledge?
someone just asked, why is this coming out now? I think that there has been a separation of friendships. Who was the godmother? I have no idea. I have no idea. When your step grandma's Cruella DeVille, I shudder to think. Because Tammy and Barbecue are fighting, someone said. I don't really know hardly anything about either one of them, but Katie has not been mute for a year. Just sorry. Sorry, it hit no Pearl. No, no, no. No, 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 cutie. Sorry, she hit the button there. I will say that KK has. Someone was saying, why has KK been quiet for the last several, months, and then just cackled this. KK has not been quiet with certain people over the last several months. I will say that she has went out and done things with certain creators, certain, girl trips and all of that. Justin Summer sent a message in chat. That happened. Maybe KK has no filter at all. Perhaps. What do you mean, Summer? Summer sent. Summer's. Oh, Summer's Army? Where's she at, baby? What happened? What happened? I'm looking. Let me see here. Thank you, everyone, for your prayers. It must be way back here. Oh my God, Summer's Army. Oh my Lord, honey. I am so sorry. Oh my God. God, you have been through it. Oh, that's terrible. We are definitely praying for you, honey. How old's your daughter's son? Summer's Army. God, I'm so sorry. I just don't know what to say. Yes. God keep you and lift you up. Remember, Seth talked about Godmother at the beginning of the case. She was close to Seth. Of course you are, Summer's Army. Cece, I can tell you that I know that there have been creators to come to Hendersonville to see her several times, and I know she has went places too with YouTubers and TikTokers. Yeah, I don't. That's just something. Goodness gracious. Um, 1 second, y'all. Okay. All right. Of course, we can pray for them. Yeah, of course, we'll pray for them. We'll say a prayer for you right now, Summer's Army. Oops, let me just give me 2 seconds, y'all. All right, Heavenly Father, we lift you up on one of our own, a mother whose heart is shattered by the loss of her child, Lord. There's no words that can fill that kind of pain, no explanation that makes it easier to carry at all. But you can draw close to the brokenhearted, and I ask now that you surround her with peace that defies all understanding. Hold her close, Lord, when they can't breathe from the hurt. Breathe for them. When they can't stand, Lord, be their strength and their legs. And when they cry out to you, Lord, be there. I pray you meet them there always, not with answers, but just comfort her with love and understanding. Just remind her that she's not alone, that when we weep, so do you. That you too know what it's like to lose a child, Lord. And because of that, you're the safest place where we can ever go. Lord, just be with them. I know her heart is shattered. That's the love of a child. And she will never be forgotten. In your name, amen. So sorry, honey. Sorry, I got a little monkey crawling over me right now. Pearly Pearl, you got to stop. Okay. Yeah. If you need anything, honey, we are here. Sorry, Pearl's got my microphone, y'all. Okay. Watch her. Oh my God. She's kicking my butt. Doesn't Kay have a DVR for her cameras? Well, she says she doesn't have cameras on the inside. Well, they don't actually say they don't have cameras on the inside. They say that they have. They won't answer that because it's a security issue. Don't you? Yes, you're just a rotten booger. You're a rotten booger. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Me too, Sally. That's the worst loss by far. By far. I want to talk to you guys about some cases that in some sense or another are similar to Sebastian's case, and that is that there was no scent, there was no camera, but there is a resolution. Oh my God. 1 second. Once Pearl, you're gonna break things. I wouldn't do that, girl. Did y'all hear that? Could y'all hear the clinging? Cling, 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 cling. All right, let me find it here. All right. One is a case, Kara Kopsky, 2007 in Missouri. Let me see if I can show you a photo of Kara. Let's see here. This was Kara. I'm sure you guys probably remember Kara. You might not remember the name, but I bet you remember the face on television. You remember this? Remy's always full of it. Kopinski. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Kara disappeared after leaving her high school. No dog could track her scent, and no camera captured her leaving. She had just filed a restraining order against her ex. Years later, her remains and those of another missing girl, Jessica Runyon, were found in the woods. Her ex was later convicted in 2021. It took a decade, but the truth was unearthed. Right? So, if you guys remember that one. Now, some of y'all might not know this one, but this was in 2001 and it's in the UK, but nevertheless, I'm giving you these for a reason. You'll have to. 15-year-old Danielle Jones from Essex, UK, vanished walking to school. No scent trail, no CCTV, no witness. Her uncle sent fake texts pretending to be her. Police uncovered digital forensics and convicted him of unaliving her despite never finding her body. A case solved through manipulation, technology, and motive. 2012, Sierra Lamar, California. Look at this. Remember this? 2012, Sierra's disappearance. Walking to her bus stop, dogs lost her scent completely. There was no video footage and no witnesses. Her backpack was later found with DNA evidence inside, linking her disappearance to Antolin, is that how you pronounce it? Garcia Torres. He was convicted despite her body never being found, a triumph of forensic science. I know most of you will remember this one. Probably all of you, almost. 2011, Holly Bobo, Tennessee. Holly Bobo, Tennessee. Holly disappeared in daylight from her own backyard. Dogs tracked her briefly, then lost the trail. No camera footage captured anything helpful. Tips from a jailhouse informant and digital forensics work eventually led to Zachary Adams' arrest and conviction. Her remains were found in 2014. Each of these cases we looked at looked unsolvable, but all of these with these no scent, no camera, no witnesses, they all were foul play. All of them were foul play. Because people just don't disappear. And nobody see them. They don't have a scent. They don't have, they're not seen on camera. None of that. No. Holly, yep, Holly Bobo was found. In a barn, Holly Bobo was. That, whoever Holly Bobo's private detective PI was, the family hired a PI. We need to see if they'll get on Sebastian Rogers' case. That PI had it solved almost from week 1. And the police and the TBI did not listen to that PI. And it took a lot of time. That was a damn good PI. No, I don't think so, Grace. And people don't go poof. Yes. Yep. I was looking up cases that didn't have really any scent, no witnesses, no CCT footage, and everyone that I searched up had foul play. Yes, I remember searching for Holly. She was found by Larry Stone. Yeah, the day she was unalived, there was a guy like in a field over there, or was in his yard mowing grass. Definitely not that, Joe. Definitely not that. Because then I texted you an update about Wick's case. Hold on a minute. What are you talking about? I swear, whoever just texted me this, they just need to go fry something. That's all I can say. Shame on you. People look to go to the post site at Facebook doesn't like external posts. Jennifer and Adriana Wicks has been missing from Benton home in Springfield, Tennessee since March 25th, 2024. There has been an admission of disposal of the remains, but they have not been located. Wow. That's amazing. This is a case that is from was it Benton, Tennessee? Jennifer and Adriana Wicks, they went missing, both of them, and finally, still no arrest. What is going on with people in Tennessee not bashing, just asking why so many? I don't know. It might be the moonshine. I guess it's the moonshine. Is Remy tricky to put nappies on? It's very hard in the beginning. Yeah, they had only been dating like, what, 5-6 months? Something like that. Yes, no arrest, but they admitted they were unalived. How does I mean, look at that baby. I will take you to the Smoky Mountain Moonshine when you get here. Yes, the Wicks case is about 20 miles from Sebastian's home. I think it was part of the plea bargain. He had to tell where the remains were, and he couldn't. Oh. I know. How does someone do that to a baby and a mom? Benton is the name of the boyfriend. Wasn't it the dad that helped out too? Like Benton's dad helped as well. He's a creeper. Oh, I don't drink much, but I love their banana pudding and moonshine. I like banana pudding. And I Not sure about moonshine. Jennifer Wicks, it's older than that, isn't it? It's older than a decade. 2004. It's 2 decades. I know cops arrested my neighbor today. Really? Oh my God, Kiki. They arrested your neighbor? I think I know this case from Crime Junkies, yeah. But these victims were beautiful and probably. Banana pudding cheesecake? No, but I would live for it. Oh my God, banana. Like, I live for cheesecake anyways. Was it hobo? Nice. She lives in an upscale neighborhood. Also, don't matter where you live. Oh, absolutely does not matter where you live. The mom has never given up. That's what mothers do. I want to show y'all this. Has anyone heard of this case, Ella Saylor? Is she still missing? Ella Saylor. Oh, this isn't. Was she ever found? Nope. Look at this. I'm a cheesecake fool. This is Ella Saylor. She's been missing since February 3rd, 2024 from Muncie, Indiana. The page was created by her family to get her face in front of the public as much as possible so that she may be found. Your prayers, help, and support are very much appreciated. I'm afraid she will be held against her will. Muncie family struggles after adopted daughter runs away. Wow. I think she's not getting a lot of attention.
16-year-old Ella Saylor has been missing for over a year, and we need your help to find her. Ella was only 15 when she went missing from her home in Muncie, Indiana on February 3rd, 2024. Her mother, Elizabeth Saylor, said the night Ella vanished, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. They had family visiting from out of town and spent the evening together. Ella was last seen around 11 p.m. before everyone went to bed. But when Elizabeth went to check on Ella the next morning, she was gone. Elizabeth shared that there's been no communication from Ella since her disappearance, and the family is deeply concerned for her safety. Elizabeth hopes that this message will reach Ella. Quote, Ella, we love and miss you so much. We just want to know that you are safe. Your entire family hopes that you will come home soon. End quote. Ella is described as 5 feet 4 inches tall, has hazel eyes and brown hair. Authorities believe that Ella may stay in the local area or travel to Indianapolis, Indiana, or Chicago, Illinois. If you have any information about Ella or her disappearance, please contact NCMEC at 1-800-THE-LOST or the Muncie Police Department. And we'll have those numbers down below. We'll also have her missing poster at the end of this video for you to screenshot and share.
How old was she? 15 years old? Ran away. And they think they had family visiting. That's crazy. Thank you, Kiki. I'm in Tennessee. Where everyone's going nuts. Neighbor arrested today. Months ago, had cops with pew-pews telling us to get in the house. Then about a year ago, cops running through backyard for unaliving Then a year ago, cops running through backyard for unaliving ALE. I had to double read that. Like I had to double check that. It's like, what? Yeah. It was a woman PI. There's an interview of that PI. She still does cases, I think. I don't even think she charges. Does she? I don't even think that she charges now. I don't know. She just does it to help people. Something. It's moved to city when hubby was sick. Well, guys, I've got to jump off. I have to go back to work tomorrow. I got so much driving to do tomorrow. I don't want to do it. I don't know how you know if a PI is kosher after SS. Leslie. Oh my God, no. She has a nonprofit. We need to tell Seth, in my opinion. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Kiki. You love me. Hopefully, there's nobody running through your yard with unaliving anymore. Tell your neighbor to straighten it. A person unaliving ALE. Oh, gotcha. Whammy, say goodnight. Say goodnight. Not my glasses. Say goodnight. Look. Let me say goodnight. Come on. Come on. Pull out my non-hair plugs. Let's see. I'll pull your hair too if you're close. Say goodnight. Say goodnight. We gotta get you changed and you gotta go to bed. We gotta get you changed and you gotta go to bed. I tell you something. If I heard something in your room, a thud, I would get up. I'd get up and check. She sleeps with me. If you had a room that I heard a thud, I would get up and check. Happy Easter, everyone. I'll be live tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Grace. Lord willing. I'll be live tomorrow at about 6-ish. I might do a pop-up live tomorrow at Alta. So if you want to join me, I might do a pop-up live. If I do, it'll be around 11 a.m., 12 Eastern. So we'll see. All right, guys. Much love, everyone. God bless you all, my beautiful pearls. So thankful for each of you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night and God bless.